I keep double clicking it too much. All right. Well, we're 5 seconds in. I already made like 5 mistakes. So
wouldn't be a Wednesday without a mistake.
Right. All right. Here we go.
I've been running scams on the street since I was 10. I've been running scams on the street since I was 10.
Hey, Mike, what do you see? A falcon that inflates for free. Hey, Ken, what's the drill? Blue milk sipping gives me a thrill. The inflatable falcon takes the flight. George Lucas dreams in the starry night. Costume shop, we're dressed to play. Let's blast off into the fray. Left, we're marching through. Cosplay helmets and a saber or two. Hey, Mike, what's the plan? To nerd out harder than anyone can. The inflatable falcon takes the flight. George Lucas dreams in the starry night. Costume shop, we're dressed to play. Let's blast off into the fray. So grab your gear and join the crew. Mike and Ken got a show for you. Laughs and stars and a galaxy far. The Falcon's ready, let's raise the bar. Hey! Hey, Mike, what do you see? A falcon that inflates for free. Hey, Ken, what's the drill? Blue milk sipping gives me a thrill. The inflatable falcon takes the flight. George Lucas dreams in the starry night. Costume shop, we're dressed to play. Let's blast off into the fray. Left, we're marching through. Cosplay helmets and a saber or two. Hey, Mike, what's the plan? To nerd out harder than anyone can. The inflatable falcon takes the flight. George Lucas dreams in the starry night. Costume shop, we're dressed to play. Let's blast off into the fray. So grab your gear and join the crew. Mike and Ken got a show for you. Laughs and stars and a galaxy.
Well, here we go. Happy Wednesday, Ken.
Happy Wednesday for sure. Good to see you, Mike.
Yeah, nice seeing you. Just saw you this weekend for our build and build.
Oh my goodness, that was so much fun.
I forgot to set our chats. Now I feel bad. I was setting all the other and remove overlay. Oh man, come on.
Good to see you, Dev, after coming back from hanging out with all the kaiju.
The what now? What?
He went out to a big Godzilla event.
Oh, where was that at?
I'm not even sure. I just saw a couple of pictures from the Slender Spartans Adventures.
Oh, nice. Yeah, let me. There we go. I got it. Okay, cool. Yeah, happy Wednesday. Yeah. Well, last week we didn't do it. That was the last minute on my part. So, but Ken, before we start, where can people find you?
Well, most Wednesdays, many Wednesdays, you find me here hanging out with you on the Inflatable Falcon. Every once in a while, I put out an episode of Bounty Hunting Across the Galaxy with Todd and Ken, with our friend Todd Lake. every once in a while, even beyond that, I sit around the Dejeric table with the guys from the Bantha Milk podcast, and maybe every other fourth or fifth month, I put out an episode of the Rambling Star Wars Fan, and I think we're about due. I got to get my rear in gear and actually sit down behind the microphone and talk to some people for a while. And I know you've been doing more and more and more and more lately. Where else can people catch up with you?
Well, I here every Wednesday. Then we just recorded the August episode of 501st Cast, and then helping Zoe out with Star Wars Geek Girl, which they're kind of on a summer break right now. And that's it. Yeah. And then working with you. So we can move right on into, first we'll go to trooping. Did you troop any since, 2 weeks since we talked?
I haven't trooped, but I am signed up for one this Friday. They're playing The Empire Strikes Back at the Mann Center in Philadelphia.
Nice.
Which is this open air, not atrium. What am I thinking?
Amphitheater.
Amphitheater. That's the word. I knew it was an A word.
Yeah.
Outdoor amphitheater. And they're going to be playing The Empire Strikes Back with a live orchestra. So that'll be a lot of fun. I'm doing that on Friday night.
That's nice. And the weather seems to have broken, so you won't be cooking quite as much.
Won't be cooking, nor will I get flooded out or blown away in a tornado. So that's nice to know. Because you got an event coming up too.
Yeah, well, I have next, not this weekend, the following weekend, I have Weird Al in Hershey, and then that Saturday there is a troop for, I think it's children with disabilities. It's just like a 2-hour meet and greet with a camp. It's like put on by, I should have probably looked this up more, but I think it's put on by like the local police in the area of Elizabethtown, Pennsylvania. So yeah, we're gonna go troop that. So, but that'll be on next week's. That'll be a next week show too. But yeah, I have that. And that means I got to get out the old TK armor and scrub it up. Maybe I'm looking at it now. It might need some clean up, like UV treated, whiten it up a little bit. Give it the old. I have the Trooper Bay whitening. It's not a commercial for them. I bought it, but it's the Trooper Bay whitening to whiten it up. So I might have to break that out this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got to adjust the padding in my helmet a little bit before this Friday.
Yeah. I should probably do. You know what I did when I did the students' helmets? I was trying to think of an easy way to do padding that would kind of be universal for them, and I took it's probably a 2-inch square foam that you put for insulation around window air conditioners.
Okay.
It's usually sticky on one side. I cut a piece and put a horseshoe shape in the helmet.
Okay.
And it just right up high. So it actually sits up here, and then just push it down, and your head kind of like wedges on it, centers your head. You just, you leave it open about a couple inches in the back, and it seemed to work out really well for them. So
that's awesome.
I was trying to idiot proof the helmet padding scenario, and I stole that idea from, that's what's in the Ruby's Boba Fett helmet, the one that I painted up. That's what's in that. So
that's pretty ingenious.
So I figured if it was good enough for a company that sells them to every single head size, sometimes I think we overcomplicate what could be easy. So,
well, especially when you get all fancy with like fans and microphones and speakers and servos and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I've seen some helmets. It's actually a helmet gauntlet combo where you push a button on your gauntlet and the rangefinder moves on it.
Well, that I like, but I think if I was going to do that, it would also be a good idea to put a fan. You could put a fan switch in. So if you were fogging up, you could just, because the fan, I know guys love their fans, but it just makes it so hard to hear. In a TK helmet, your directional hearing is kind of thrown off anyway. Not quite as much after wearing the hip hop Mandos. The Mando, it must be the undercut in the TK that throws off. Like when I'm hearing in the TK, it's hard to tell what direction it's coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, the Velcro, the airsoft ones, which is which I use if you look up, yeah, you can get airsoft helmet pad kits really cheap on Amazon. Like you can deck them out pretty good.
You can even get them less expensive on Amazon Haul.
What's that?
So it's like a bargain bin of Amazon products.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my nice clean desk because I cleaned everything up for you and Ken. So I'm gonna write that in my nice. Now I have like a tablet with an actual writing pen here.
Oh my goodness!
I know.
So when do you use the app, the Amazon app on your phone or anything like that?
I use it on my computer.
Okay.
I would buy too much if it was on my phone.
So there's a little button up here for Haul,
Oh, okay.
and it's just reduced price stuff.
Right. Okay. I'll have to check it out.
And it's hard to accurately describe what you'll find because I don't think it's consistent. So it's whatever hasn't sold or whatever. You got to try to get rid of it.
Returns and all that stuff.
Well, speaking of that, have you seen the Amazon mystery boxes?
Well, John used to buy those. Or
Oh,
John,
really?
it was because that's how he got like his cricket and stuff. Him and his mom used to go in and buy the big, the big boxes.
Really?
Stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're like that's almost like buying a storage unit, for everyone that for everyone that makes a really good haul. The other one's just getting someone's dirty laundry that's been sitting in there for
adult diapers and Velcro.
Yeah. So,
although Velcro would be very useful.
Velcro would be adult diaper, depending on the troop. You could probably use that too.
I guess maybe.
So then that leads us into our building or workbench section because we had a pretty good work day Saturday.
It was full for sure.
Yeah,
I've actually got some of the bits and pieces right here.
I see above your head. I see the Babu. I've been thinking about that. I've been thinking about that Babu driving thing, and the more I think about it, I think you should definitely do that.
Yeah. So this is Hey Repair,
and I have 2 more foot shells, so you could put 2 foot shells coming out the back, 2 wheels under the thing, so almost make it like a dragster, and then have your driving one.
Well, I've actually got another idea. So see this base part?
Yeah.
How there's the cone for what would have been the engine or whatever, the fire.
Right.
And then this gap. I was gonna get a planter ring. They often go under.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And then just build it up enough so that this cone rests down through the middle of it.
Oh, nice.
And that becomes like casters for this, and putting a ring around that I could put some reflective material on, like they did with the old speeders for A New Hope.
Yeah.
Have that foot that you were talking about as the engine out here.
Yeah.
So I've definitely been tinkering with it in my head.
Nice.
So, but what's really funny for me, so we spent much of the day together on Saturday. I got home late, and I did this early Sunday morning. I cleaned all this stuff off, put it up there, and it was at some point Sunday afternoon when Heather's like, "Wait, where did that come from?" It's like every time you go up to Hinton Industries, you come back with more stuff. And it was great to spend the time with you and Tom. We had to have spent 7 hours just making stuff.
Yeah. Well, we took a little break and took Todd to Troll Market.
Well, we had to wait for the paint to dry.
Yeah. So that was fun. Now, how'd the TK helmet come out? That looks is it nice and smooth?
I got to do one more round of wet sanding on it.
Yeah.
But I think it's really close to being set to go. I'm happy. This section on the back.
Oh yeah.
That smoothed out really nice.
Yeah.
I do, like I said, I have some small sanding areas to finish up. But for the most part, I think we're ready to go.
Nice. Yeah, that's a nice helmet. I mean, I like I don't like the Rogue One / Solo helmets to wear, but to look at, they are nice helmets.
Yeah.
They don't have
And
the
the-
undercut that the other ones do either. Their undercut is
Oh,
very
okay.
similar to the Black Series.
Oh, okay. And the pieces go together really nice. The three pieces just,
Yeah.
Galactic
Galactic Armory.
Really well.
Galactic Armory knows their stuff when it comes to that kind of stuff.
We should get them to do a brief commercial for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or give us permission to use one of their commercials. Because I think they've got commercials on YouTube.
They probably
I could be
do.
wrong.
They probably do. Yeah, they were just running a special, I think, that you could pay, like, get their Patreon cheap and get access to all their files.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't need to spend that much money on filament right at the now. So but yeah.
What kind of stuff did you work on this week? Because I know that you're done with school for the summer.
So I did. I worked on my Boba Fett jetpack. So it was next
Okay.
on the table. So I started because since I moved stuff around, I was going to work on Chopper, but I saw that backpack was sitting there. I was like, that's really it. It literally just have to get some of the print lines out. So I was on my wet stand station, just wet sanding away.
And I actually got this. I ordered it from your garage, and I got this in now.
Oh yeah, have you tried it yet?
Not yet. I'm gonna try it probably tomorrow night after work.
Now is it
Or depending on how-
waterproof? Is my question.
I doubt it. Oh no, it's
Okay.
definitely not, because here's the warnings on it.
Oh,
It says, "Do not leave device when it is plugged in, and do not get wet of the machine." So yeah, definitely not waterproof.
Okay.
I do not want to get wet of the machine. And
Yeah.
keep away from fire. Keep away from flames.
Yeah. Well, if you're using that, so yeah, that should be nice though, because the you won't gouge stuff. Like sometimes I find myself rubbing with a sanding block, and if I'm not careful, if I'm watching one area and I'm messing up another area. If you're with that, you can kind of focus. So yeah, that's all.
I'm just, now that I'm reading up, like I'm wondering, because this is a foot sander. Who's sanding their feet next to flames?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Because that's what this is.
I mean, if you're camping, maybe that's like some people, that's when they go camping and sand their feet.
But you plug it in, so it's not. This is not.
Oh, it's not even.
rechargeable.
It's not chargeable. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
And I could understand, like, sitting on the next to the bathtub doing it, maybe, but not.
Maybe if you're
well,
on
then
candles, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Or your fireplace, sitting at your fireplace, sanding your feet.
Okay, maybe, sure. All of those things, yes, perhaps. I'm sure there's some AI that would give us an award for sanding our feet next to a campfire.
Right. But yeah, no, we got the bases of your project going. We got I got your shelving unit all zip tied up, so it's all nice and neat.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. You guys were vegan for a day, or half a day.
Yeah, I feel like a better person.
Yeah. I was going to tell you, like, for vegan recipes, oh man, there's a fire station book. So when I went vegan, it was due to the documentary Forks Over Knives. Okay. So it was given to me, and it sat on my shelf for weeks because I knew once, like sometimes you don't want to know things. And so that was what, but there was a cookbook put out by the gentleman's son who did that study, because the guy who did the study wound up basically losing almost everything because they made fun of him and stuff like that for years. But he made a book. He made out okay. But his son did it. His son was one of those, is it triathletes? Guys that like bike and
yes,
do
it's
all that
running, bicycling, and
boating
swimming.
or something, huh?
Well, there might be some that include that, but primarily the main ones are swimming, cycling, and running.
Yeah,
and
okay.
The running is, I think, the last part.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he was that plus a fireman, and he did some based on his dad's research. He did some study of firemen, and he found out like 2/3 of firemen that perish as firemen die from heart attack, not from fire. And then he made a really good cookbook on
Okay.
how to avoid all that. So some of the stuff is good, but like it's, it takes some time to, like, his spaghetti is really good, but it takes you gotta.
It's a Saturday prep thing.
No, it's just a mindset. Like,
Okay.
when I first went, it's hard. We eat certain foods. Like even when I first went vegan, the troop, I went vegan on Saturday, I think, and we had a troop on Sunday. They all stopped at Bob Evans after. And I love my after troop eats. Bob Evans, the only thing they had on the menu that I could eat was French fries. There was nothing on the Bob Evans menu that I could eat. And so I'm sitting there
Not
eating.
even, they didn't even have a salad?
No, because it had cheese mixed in.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was just funny. So but yeah, it's I had a fun day with you guys. It was, I mean, we got that done. We got it. Also, what was nice was it made me organize my stuff more. Like, I try to keep my garage organized, but like I'm a person that deadlines, like for costumes, for anything. I need deadlines to like really, especially in the summer. Like during my job, everything's deadline driven. So sometimes it's hard when you're not working to keep that so.
Well, you get a rhythm, that's for sure.
Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. I mean, and I got that console done.
That console came out really nice. I'm so impressed that you were able to modify it while still maintaining its integrity, able to be used.
Yeah, the only bad thing is, after looking at pictures of the before and after, I thought of even a better way to do it. So now I'm on the hunt for another one. Because if you look at the before, it has the grayed in panels that kind of go with the same switches. I was like, oh, I should have done like a flat black, and instead of the lines, I should have like color code. So I'm not taking this one apart, but it still works. Like Todd and I took it apart, and when I put it back together, I just did backwards what him and I did, and I scratched a couple places I just hit with a Sharpie. But yeah, it's sitting on the other side of this screen right now. It's just sitting there.
Oh, nice.
Just for, but I mean, in theory, it would work. I wouldn't know what buttons to push, but in theory, it should work as.
Well, you have the before picture.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. But I think it's one of those things. I'm gonna have to just film myself pressing it with like a black glove, and then just throw in sound effects just to make it, because at first,
especially if it's a close up picture of it.
Well, I think what I'd like to do is make some kind of 3D printed thing that you can plug code cylinders in and just glue it to the top corner. So you could literally, all those code cylinders and whatever things they carry to make it have even more function. So
yeah, because there are so many, whether it's the Rebels or even the Imperials, have so many costumes that include those cylinders in them.
Oh yeah. My console here. Let me see if did I put pictures on Facebook with it?
I'm not sure. I know you sent me and Todd one.
I don't think I did put pictures of. Let me see. The problem with running different computers is because someone asked about the console. So it was a JVC video mixing board from, I want to say, the 90s.
Yeah.
That I got on Facebook Marketplace. Really, it was cheap. It was because it was sold as is. The guy was like, I don't know if it works. I was like, I don't care. Is it light up? He said, I think it does. That was enough for me. So let me see if I have. But yeah, it didn't take long, really. I mean, I think it took me longer to do the stupid taping off which I think I would have just done stickers if I had to do it again.
Oh, so you taped it, painted it, and took the
And then
tape off?
peel this. Yeah, I don't think I would do that again. Yeah, I don't think I loaded the pictures up. Let's see. But yeah, it was nice just to have like a second set of hands. So I was and I think what I will do in the future is, have you ever seen a magnetic mat?
Have you magnetic? Ever seen? Not the. Maybe I just don't.
It's just like a mat. Oh, there it is. There's the console. There, see that? There's the console I did. I painted the Panasonic console to just look imperial. So again, it might work. I don't really. And also light boards too. Oh yeah, cool. I just wanted something to sit, just something I just thought would look cool. I think it was also thinking of if Matt ever films another movie, that's one of those things you could do a close up. And then I was thinking of it sitting here. I was like, maybe, you know what? I might have to re-record our intro and have someone using that board to have our intro come up.
Well, you could even, to your point a minute ago, you could, zoom in real close and record a couple different things, whether it's pushing of the buttons, moving the levers and all that kind of stuff, and then edit that in.
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know. I just keep my eyes open for those old boards. I think what caught my eye on that board was the lever. It reminded me of the lever they threw to fire the Death Star.
The one where the bass dropped like the boom.
Yeah,
that one. Or was that to remove the tractor beam?
No, that was the tractor beam. Yeah, it had that weird thing. No, but so yeah, that was fun to get done, and that took like. I'm now at the point where it's like, what stuff takes a whole shelf away? Okay, so like I'm gonna get this jetpack hopefully done by the weekend. That takes an entire shelf. I can hang it on the wall. What I have to do is go through. Oh, there we go. Oh, see there now. Tim's thrown it now. We could get a good narration of.
Yeah, we know a guy.
Yeah. But yeah, I got to get some shots of Boba Fett. The original Death Star used a nuclear. That's cool. Well, so it's near you, Ken. There is a con they throw in an old defunct where we saw what's his name?
The Xenocon.
Yeah. That place, what is that? It's like a closed down secret NASA center or something.
It was no. Well, yes, NASA center, not nuclear. It was where they trained the astronauts. It was they had the centrifuge.
Yeah. And they have those roped off, those big circuit board, those big
We should see if we can go there for a photo shoot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, well, it's a restaurant now, isn't it? It's a restaurant / venue.
I don't know if the building that we were in was a restaurant, but I thought there was a restaurant on site.
No, I think it's like a restaurant, and then that building is like a venue you can rent out.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm glad we got that done. But anyway, I got to look at the pictures of Boba Fett without his jetpack, because I remember seeing a picture either during the show or some stills, and he had a disc system on the back of that armor. And I can't remember if the disc...
Not the original Boba Fett.
No. The Boba Fett from Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I can't remember if the discs were on his backpack or if the discs were on the jetpack, and he had grooves in his armor.
The grooves were in the back plate, and the pegs were on the armor because the pegs sat in the slots on his back.
Right, but there was a shot where they were like round discs on his. Then they were on the back, like the round discs, and that's what it is. Because that's
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut off. That backpack has the 3D printed clamps that clamp onto my armor,
Okay.
and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut those off and put the locking pieces. Put metal. I'm gonna put a metal plate, like a aluminum plate, on the back of the jetpack
Okay.
that you can't see. Mount all the hardware on that, and then
That's
mount
a good idea.
because then the metal will slide on nice and easy, like probably just a piece of aluminum or something. Yeah. And then just put the locking plates. I'll probably put felt strips on the aluminum plate, so when it slides on the back on the armor, it won't scratch up the paint of the armor.
Yeah.
And it'll also act. So that's
either
the plan.
felt or would that thin foam also work, or do you think the thin foam would
I was thinking of like the things you put on. You can buy sheets of the stuff you put on the bottom of chairs, and that stuff it slides easy. I want something to. I don't know. I gotta look at it, but we'll see. Also,
because some of that stuff it already comes with the adhesive backing on it anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. So is that Luminen? I'm sorry with the name. That was a JVC board that I used. So yeah, I again, like I've been looking for what's the other thing? I had a bunch of these when they cleaned out the one science room at school. They had what's the circle where the line goes up and down? It's
Cinescope?
Yeah, they had a bunch of those that used tubes, and they were just throwing them out. So I had a bunch of those, and then years ago I had a bunch of guys building, and they were using. I was like, just take these because I didn't want them anymore. And now I wish I had them. So I just keep my eyes open for them because a lot of times you can pick that up because some of those stuff are heavy. That oscilloscope I had was the shelving in my garage. I had it sitting on top one day, and I'm working in there, and all of a sudden I heard something crack, and the whole shelf started coming down from that.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, so that's
a scary moment.
If you look closely, there's a couple extra holes in my wall because of that.
Whoops.
So, yeah, here we go. This Galaxy, okay. A Grass Valley. So look this up. A Grass Valley Model 300 video switcher.
Grass Valley
Model 300 or Model 1600 video switcher. I'm saying it right. See if I can. I don't know if I can pull up a picture or not. I don't know. But yeah, that was a lot of fun builds. I have to get what I did forget.
Oh, that's even cooler.
Yeah, you see that one? Yeah. So that's what you want to keep your eye open for. That's another one.
On eBay, they're available for $290.
Oh, that ain't bad. Actually, in the scheme of things, that's not bad. So you just got to find a non-working one. See on someone, because all those people save a lot of those old boards and stuff, and then they realize, at a certain point, it just becomes stuff make a lot of space.
Yeah, they definitely take, especially if you're not using it regularly. It just sits on a shelf or in a box somewhere.
Well, and unless you're trained, half those buttons, I'm like, what,
Yeah.
I had an old Panasonic one, which I probably would have kept, except it didn't have light up buttons.
Okay.
I wanted to light up. I wanted to light up buttons for this. I gotta work on my blaster now that I think about it for the Weird Al Troop too. I gotta get my scope put on my blaster. So, but anyway, so we have the other Star Wars news we have coming out is we have Mando Grogu on Disney Plus
And DVD soon.
and DVD soon. So all those people that wrote reviews that didn't watch it will have to actually watch it now. And there was something.
When
else.
does the Ninth Jedi come out?
Isn't that in August? Is that August?
It's got to be soon.
Ninth Jedi. August 5th.
Okay.
Yeah, Ninth
So
Jedi.
that's what, 3 weeks? Yeah, 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. So yeah. So that should be good. I don't know if the whole season's dropping or if it's
I would hope it would be episodic.
I hope so, but it's anime, so I'm reading
But it's
here.
meant to be it's a season of just the Ninth Jedi, unlike the other Star Wars Visions material where it was multiple episodes by different animation houses.
Well, it says premieres, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That should be good though. And let's see. We got that news. We have the Lucas Museum's opening up in 2 months.
September, yep.
Yeah, 2 months. Zoe got tickets for. She already got like the members. She's a member, so you can get extra tickets. Like you could get in before it actually opens. So. See if there was something else in Star Wars news that I don't know.
Well, that video game comes out too this year. The Galactic Racer one.
Right. Yeah. So
and the one that Todd has been playing lately, the pressure washer video game.
Oh yeah, the pressure washer video game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that. I was at the Disney store and they have the Luke Skywalker or the Anakin Skywalker racing jackets.
Really?
Like it's like a it has the whatever pot. It's for his racing team. I think they were like $50. They were like $149 marked down to $50.
Okay.
So, they're pretty nice. I mean, they look like if you were a NASCAR fan, but this was for pod racing, so they're pretty nice.
I might have to stop there before I come to your house.
Yeah. That's right next to Ryobi. No, it's not. It's on Ryobi's on the other side now. You have to drive over.
They moved the store?
The Ryobi store moved, yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's what it is. The museum, the Philly Museum in February. So
the Franklin Institute.
Yeah. The only bad part about that is it delays Zoe coming home. She normally come home like January. Now she's coming home in February to visit. So, but yeah, that Franklin Institute, because the original Franklin Institute show, 8 was pretty cool, and they had like set pieces from the prequels, and they had that augmented reality where you would have these tiles and you would lay them on the table, and when you looked up at the screen, it showed you building armies, but you were just laying tiles down, which was pretty good for 2008 time, so I can't wait to see what they have this time. And my guess is it's going to be a lot of the stuff that we've seen that they were showing people for Mando Grogu.
Okay.
And the set stuff they had for Book of Boba Fett. They had that display at Anaheim. That would be my guess.
I'd love to see some stuff from Andor, from Acolyte,
Obi-Wan. But I'm thinking
Ahsoka.
about the big impressive set parts. Like they're probably going to have that cockpit to the Razor Crest that everyone can get in and get their pictures taken. Would be my guess.
Yeah, maybe that'd be really cool.
So, yes, 2027 is going to be a big Star Wars year.
Oh yeah, because it's also the same year. It's the same year that they're putting out New Hope back in theaters. It's going to be available in IMAX. It's going to be, and I think it's February where they're putting a New Hope out there.
Oh yeah. That'll be nice. Are we getting?
You know, it'd be interesting if we could figure out a way of being able to troop something like that too.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure that'll definitely be. I'm sure that'll definitely be a troop for all the groups. Because the droid builders before they had the droid builders set up, right. One of the doors, the big Ben Franklin statue. I don't know how familiar you are with the Franklin.
Yeah, in the rotunda, the main rotunda on the
they had a droid
first
builder
floor.
set up in one of those hallways. So February is a fun time to troop because depending on the day, February is one of those months that can either be in Philly, it can either be 20 degrees or it can be 50 degrees, depending on what week it is.
Or
in
70
February.
degrees.
Yeah. So February is a weird month, or we could all get snowed in and not have any of it. So that's
the great thing about the exhibit at the Franklin is it'll be there for a little bit. I imagine it's going to be there for a month at least.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because it's like it's I think it's like touring. It's like a touring. It's going to be touring.
Yeah, it's starting at the Franklin. So that's one of the. I mean, it's to me it continues to be so amazing how much stuff really happens in and around Philadelphia. I mean, there was the World Cup, there was the Major League Baseball All-Star Week and things like this.
Oh yeah.
Plus all the museums and everything and the conventions, but this one will be really, really fun, and hopefully we'll be able to get involved in a couple. Whether it's with exhibits like this, they sometimes also have after-hours events for museum members.
Yeah. Well, I hope the costuming groups like step up and offer stuff for the because like I said, it was a big. I mean, we filled the steps with troopers in 08, and then I think they had something back there. Zoe was in Sabine, so that would have probably been, there was another event there, and they had a lot of us there. So,
well, they have an IMAX theater there, so maybe it had something to do with a movie.
Yeah, maybe.
And I think they're coming out with a new show on Disney Plus called World Builders.
Oh, okay.
And they're going to be talking with people who are involved in bringing these fantasy worlds to life, whether it's the fantasy worlds at an amusement park like Disney World or the fantasy world of movies. And I thought I saw Jon Favreau was involved. So,
oh, there we go. So someone said it'll be until September.
Yeah, so that's
February to September. Yeah. Wow, that's
lots of opportunities for troops.
I was thinking it was going to be a lot less because I was thinking they were going to want to move it around the country in 27 for the 50th. So that's pretty cool.
Well, at the same time, though, if we really sit down and think about it, they may have enough stuff where they could do a Franklin Institute exhibit and an exhibit at another museum.
That's true.
That's true. I mean, because they don't necessarily have to have the same pieces available at the same places.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there was an exhibit in New York City several years ago, and it was costumes.
Yeah,
and it was amazing, absolutely, positively amazing. They had Palpatine's red I don't know, it was crushed velvet or whatever, his embossed velvet robes, and they had Padme's funeral dress and just a ton of stuff. So I can't even imagine how big the actual vault is at Skywalker Ranch.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. So
Because
it's,
how big was the space for the Mandalorian exhibit?
well, that exhibit, I would say a basketball court, maybe.
Okay,
You
and
know,
look at all the stuff they crammed into that.
that's true. That's true.
They
Yeah.
had an entire full size N1 starfighter.
Yeah. That was beautiful. And they had
With
the Rancor's head.
okay,
And they
the
had,
one that was on the platform.
no, they had the one they used for the live Rancor in Book of
Okay.
Boba Fett. And then
Okay,
they had the cockpit of the old Razor Crest.
okay.
And John Leguizamo's suit he wore for the
Oh,
with all the wires and stuff. Oh my
for the
goodness.
gangster or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, no, it's that should be good. I mean, that's a a lot. I'm just like I said, I hope the costuming groups do all that. Yeah, that's true. There is that big warehouse at the Disney headquarters. That's where they had all the new stuff. Because this, because that's the other thing that was just let out not too long ago that George still owns Skywalker Ranch. He just leases it to them. He
Yeah.
owns the physical building, which I thought that was kind of cool.
Well, you gotta maintain the income coming in, even though you got paid $4 billion for stuff. You gotta have to have a side hustle.
Yeah,
You know,
he needs that
so
stuff.
he's a landlord,
Yeah.
literally and
That seems like
figuratively.
that would just be more of a headache to me, but yeah.
When you make a $4 billion sale, I'm sure this is just a guess. I don't know finance well, but I'm gonna guess you could pay a guy or a gal
Yeah,
to
that's true. That's true.
take care of my light work. Take care.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Zoe
can't
was-
imagine to call up George and say, "Hey, we got a light bulb out. Can you come fix this?"
Yeah, him and his little ladder. Well, they have I have not been on that Disney lot, that their studio lot in LA, but I've driven by it a bunch of times because it's I'm partial to Paramount for many reasons, but and I've been on the Warner Brother lot, but I haven't. I'll hopefully get out to the Disney one next time we're out there to go on their lot. They don't. That's like invite only, so I have to hit up some of the people I know that have been there. But we have that LA, that whole LA area. We got to search more. I do have to get the Magic Jump's new showroom too. When Zoe first moved out there, I looked at the map. I was like, look, it's right there. I'm from Pennsylvania, like 15 miles. You just drive over. And now I'm starting to understand like, you only live 8 minutes from work. What's it take you, or 8 miles from work? What's it take you an hour for? So I'm beginning to understand.
Walk there faster.
Yeah. Well, you can't in LA because there's highways everywhere. So that's the bad part about that. But yeah, no, that should be good. I'm waiting to see what toys, like 50th anniversary toys we get.
I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they didn't attempt to do something like another early bird collection.
Oh yeah. I wish they would find a warehouse of the original ones and just sell them. Just throw all the collectors in a tizzy.
In a tizzy.
Or
we were at a store in Asbury Park, and they had the original. Was it 12 that were part of that early bird? Early bird thing. And they were asking something like $400 or something like that for them.
Well, if you price what an action figure costs now, so what an average action figure is, what, $15 maybe?
No, I'd say, well, it depends on. Are you talking average Star Wars action figure?
Yeah, Star Wars action figure. What do you say?
I'd say the average is $20 because you've got the deluxe.
Oh yeah,
Black Series figures, the 6-inch ones. Those are $35 to $40 each.
So if you bought 12 at $20 each, you're already $240 in.
Yeah,
of
but you're
that
also
four.
getting more plastic in the 6-inch figures than you are in this.
Right, but then but that 240 of that 400, that's not too bad. You know.
Still too much.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you and I both are running out of room, so I gotta
Yes.
start stapling things to the ceiling.
Well, I've already started hanging things from the ceiling, or I've been rotating my artwork around for the last few years, and got to figure out how to do that again because I still have the one of the Last Jedi movie posters up. I got to figure out what I can swap out.
Yeah, I just need a big flip tablet for posters where I could just flip it to the every month. Yeah, so there we go. We got 19 for vintage and 20. Well, I think Ollie's has killed that because you can go get vintage ones at Ollie's when they have them in stock for like $3 or $4 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. The 6-inch ones at Ollie's are typically like $9.
Yeah, I mean you might not only have 3 different ones to choose from, but you'll have 30 of each one.
You can get 30 of each.
So,
which is great for the Toys for Tots at the end of the end of the year. You go buy up a mass of them for donation.
Well, that leads into when I first started the Legion, that's all we did was collect toys. There was we never did any money. And then I don't know, not too many years ago they quit doing that, and I understand why, because kids don't play with action figures anymore. Like if you and I were in the hospital, we were kids, and someone brought us some action figures, we go, "Oh, this is really cool." Well, kids, you hand a poor kid suffering from a terminal disease. Oh, here's a Maz Kanata figure. And like, oh, okay. I mean, we have to get kids.
No, Constable Zuvio. You got to give him a Constable Zuvio.
Yeah, Constable Zuvio. But until kids start playing with action figures, I don't think, we'll see it. Action figure. The heyday of action figures might have ended with the Clone Wars, I think.
Yeah, I think that might have been the peak of it all, and now everything has literally and figuratively turned into collectibles, even to the point where the packaging. Let's see if I got one real close. Like the packaging on them is now what they really. So I could put this on my shelf like this and have this really nice spine and put them all together in the wave.
Yeah,
and then keep it in the box and all that kind of stuff. Oh man,
it even has a sleeve on it.
Yeah.
See, I'm way out of touch with the Black Series. I don't think I know the last Black Series I bought was Grogu with the frog, the little tiny. I think that's the last time I actually went out hunting for a Black Series. Yep, that's the last. Yeah. That's the last one I.
Yeah, and when this came out, it was $10.
And that's tiny.
Yeah. I have I got some of the figures from the Mandalorian Grogu movie. There was 2 waves of those. The latest wave has Zeb, Embo. I think it might have is it Commander Coin or Lieutenant Coin?
Oh yeah. I think it's Commander Coin.
Commander Coin. I'd love for them to do a 6-inch Rod of the Hutt. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Have you seen the Rod of the Hutt costume?
Yes. That's yes, I've seen it. It's hilarious, and yes, I have seen that.
Because that's what we were talking on the 500 First Cast. We're like, that's a costume you could easily take to Celebration.
Yeah, because it's deflatable or inflatable.
You just wrap it up and have the running of the Hutts.
Yeah, just make sure you've got a the inflator with you.
Oh yeah, I wonder if they're battery operated. Like those ones where you wear on your belt.
Oh, maybe because it might be the same mechanism that they have for like those T-Rex costumes.
Yeah. You just wear a little inflator on it.
Yeah. So you find out later that the vibration from the inflator gives you some sort of weird growth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I don't. I'm still. Talking of 2027. I'm still trying to figure out what costumes, if any, I want to take out to LA.
Well, there's still the chance to make a pirate costume.
I know.
From Skeleton Crew.
Well, I tell you, this might be the first fall that I go back to work, and usually my summer ends with me just piling my garage full of crap that I didn't finish, and then it sits stagnant until the next year. This might be the first year I go back with a clean garage, which makes it so much nicer.
Quite possibly
to get stuff done
with some things done. That's even cooler.
Yeah. So, well, what we did learn though, we did like that. What was that product that we used for smoothing out print lines?
It was made by Smooth On.
Yeah.
Bear with me one moment.
It's kind of a commercial, but we paid for it. It wasn't like we're not sponsored by
XTC-3D.
Yeah. It's
actually known as brush on coating.
Yeah. That's I would recommend if you're doing 3D prints. Droid Mercenary, cool. There's more reveals. Oh yeah, because it's San Diego Comic-Con right now, right? Or coming
this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. Yeah, that XT3D it worked out really nice. I mean, and I showed you the picture of the Mando helmet I printed, right?
No.
That resin one.
Oh yeah, you did show us it.
Yeah.
How big is that? Would you say that's 8 inches tall?
It's like it's a
like softball size?
Yeah, nice. Between a baseball and softball size.
Okay.
So, but that stuff worked out really well. Just don't mix as much as we did. Mix less than you think you need, and use.
Or you just have more people using it. So if we had if we had another pair of arms, we would have been able to use what we made.
Yeah, but it worked out. I mean, it did cut down sanding, I think, considerably.
Now, here's a silly question for that smaller helmet that you made.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible to make a mold of that?
Yes.
That you could then fill with in that expanding foam?
Well, the problem with the expanding foam, you have to buy. You can kind of use the spray foam, but you have to buy the stuff that does it for small gaps.
Okay.
And then depending on the type of mold, you have to almost make the mold out of something hard, because the expandable foam will push in the silicone.
Okay.
So you have to make almost like a concrete mold, strap it together, spray that stuff in, and so it pushes out to get that really, Yeah, don't put it in a solo cup. Yeah. That's the other thing. That stuff I cooked that solo cup. I will have to buy. I used to buy Ace Hardware heavy plastic mixing cups, but I just when I'm doing resin, you can only use them 2 or 3 times anyway, because it clogs up the cup. So I just got into using the solo cups. But
so what do you think what do you think the prop makers use?
They use like when you go to a paint store, it's that harder type plastic and stuff like that. They'll use stuff. That's what I used to use all the time. Now, when I'm mixing resin, I can use those little cups because the resin isn't as caustic as that stuff. Okay. That stuff is pretty caustic.
But there isn't a cup that you could use that's reusable?
Yeah, you can to a certain point, but eventually you just can't get the stuff out. Yeah, the mother mold. Well, the problem with if you do the expandable foam, the silicone mold will be distorted by the expandable foam. So like I helped Marty make his Chewy feet, and his Chewy feet are made of like a type of expandable foam. Smooth On makes an expandable foam stuff that's better. Like it's a little tougher than that foam. And when it cures, it puts a hard shell around the outside, but you have to have a cement mold, because that stuff pushes with so much pressure that it'll even if you have the world's best mother mold, that silicone still has give to it, and it'll distort it just a little bit. And for something little like that, unless I made the silicone mold really thick and the mother mold really, really thick and heavy, I don't think the helmet would work.
Gotcha.
But it wouldn't be that much. Like, I think with that helmet that I did, if I used, there's a stuff called dragon skin that I use for small molds. Yeah, you could use silicone cups for the mold. I just use, if you use the paint cups, back to the cups. If you use the paint cups with the measuring lines on them and stuff, when the resin hards, you can just peel it out and you can use them over and over again to a certain point. But then eventually the I forget which is, it's either the A or the B. Eventually one of them starts to etch the cup, you know. So, but yeah, I used to just have a whole bunch of marked A and B so you didn't mix them. And you just, when I was like, you know, I just I've been lazy in my mixing. Same with fiberglass. Like if you use those painters things with fiberglass, when the fiberglass all cures, you can just pull the fiberglass right out. It'll pop right out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but there's stuff called dragon skin. It's what all those, I don't think I showed you guys, but I have a whole thing of molds for like coins and just little trinkets. It's the ones I make the
retaining bolt or
retaining
bolt?
Yeah, retaining, whatever, it's misspelled.
The misspelled one.
That dragon skin will pull. It's a type of silicone, but it's nice because if you make it for the small stuff, you don't really even need a mother mold because it's more rigid. But if I take that helmet and sink it into a plastic dish and just fill it with dragon skin, the dragon skin doesn't really need degassed or anything. There won't be any bubbles in it. And the dragon skin will do clear. We just flip that thing over, slush around, and you can make what I'll probably just do a lid. If I do a lid, then we just shake it like this and make a helmet. So I just have to I got to put a piece of, I think what I'm going to do is take that lens material that we have and see if I can seal that around it so it's nice and smooth. So then we don't even have to do any other work. It'll just be a solid helmet. I just got a couple divots because when that thing fell and released, it put a divot in the helmet. So I'm going to work on that. While I work on that, I'm going to reprint it, readjust it, and reprint it, and then see which one comes out better.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it's like a 4-hour print, so it's not like a difficult print.
Yeah, or deeply invested in time or material.
Yeah, well, I still got a half a tank of resin in there. That resin's been in that tank since like May, so I'll just try it again. I still have to do the centerpiece for that TK too.
Oh, that's right, because you got the little note with the side pieces.
Yeah, the side pieces and that centerpiece. Because on my FX helmet, that centerpiece is separate. On all the other TK helmets, it's just one piece. This is already molded, which I wish it had. This the TKs from Rogue One and stuff. They have a really deep in cut into that, and that's hard on the molds. Gotcha. It'll just be something that tears. So, but I tried the mother mold maker on some software in Blender, and the amount of work I have to do to use that, I could just make a mother mold in fiberglass way easier than that 3D printing that mother mold. Like they make it look like, oh, it's so easy. It's I would do it for smaller stuff, but for the helmet, it's really not worth the time. For the time and alignment, it's not worth it. We'll fill that Stormtrooper helmet. We got to fill it with probably spray foam, put a cardboard neck on it so it stands up, and then just build the mother mold around that.
Nice.
So fun times. But yeah, man, that's a Wednesday.
Yes, sir. Another great week, another great episode, that's for sure.
Yeah, thanks for everyone hanging on, and we'll see you next week. Will be the last one of July.
Yeah, stay tuned. We'll have to figure out when we can get back together for the next act of our Shakespeare.
Yeah, we have Shakespeare coming up. Thanks again for Todd for traveling all this way to hopefully,
It was nice to have the three of us together. And of course, we didn't do pictures. We didn't record anything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know. We were really bad. We were just too busy. But we did take some pictures of Troll Market. Yeah, well, I'm gonna matrix mold that instead of brush mold, just because I can use half the silicone. I'll cover. That's what we will document. Well, I don't know about that. We'll document making some molds, not that mold.
Well,
for
what about your 3D your 360 camera? Could we set that up in the shop?
yeah, we could do that. Yeah, but yeah, certain
I'll
things.
just be on my best behavior. I won't swear. I won't mention Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Yeah, well, I got to read that. We'll have to do a book. We'll have to do a side quest on dungeon.
I'm almost done with the 5th book. It's hilarious.
Okay. So, all right. Well, talk to you all next week.
Yes, sir.
So listen, Ken, where can they find you once again?
Here, bounty hunting across the galaxy with Todd and Ken, the rambling Star Wars fan, and every so often around the Dejeric table with the guys from Bantha Milk Podcast.
And you can find me here, 501st Cast, coming out May 5th at
No.
11.
No, August 5th.
Oh crap! Yeah, August 5th. Sorry, I was looking at.
It came out May 5th.
There
It
was a
also
May
came out
5th
June
one,
5th.
and June 5th and July 5th. There's one called August 5th. Yes, man, I'm losing my mind. I wish it was May 5th. Yeah, August 5th. And we're going to end with Stomp Monkey. So if you need some cool Star Wars stuff, check out Stomp Monkey. If you're listening to the video, you just hop over to our. If you listen to the audio, just hop over to see this until Marcus gets us a Stomp Monkey audio version. But
Yeah.
everyone else, have
And
a great
tell them
week.
that we sent you.
Yes, tell them that we sent you.